I don't have the best lighting, I don't have the best background, but you know, I'm giving it to you raw and authentic and from a really standpoint. Hey guys, welcome to Diary with Kay. So basically this video is about how to move out at the age of 18, so early 20s and all. So a little backstory, I moved out at the age of 20 years old. I have a 2-year-old child. When I moved out, my child was like 2 months old. Then I moved into a townhouse. I've had an apartment and I'm currently in a house. Let's get into this video. I do not have it wrote down and I'm trying to map out everything that I could say. However, number one is have a game plan. First, you want to calculate your income. How many sources of income do you have coming in? Let's get to the truth. You want to break every single thing down before you move. Say if you bring home $1,000 a month, $1,000 every 2 weeks, and your rent is $975. We're gonna divide. If you stand by yourself, you're gonna divide 975 by 2. See it? But that's 487. You putting that 487 up into your next month's rent. So let's calculate that. 488. So you're gonna have 512 left. You gotta pay your lights. If you have a car note, you have to add your car note to that with insurance if you have insurance. Me, I have a child, so she in daycare, so I have to add daycare to that. When you move out, you want to calculate everything that you have to pay and how can you cover it. I divided the rent because I get paid 2 times a month. We put 488. The next time you're gonna take the 486 and put it with that, and you're still gonna have like 5 something. So that's gonna go toward the rest of your bills. You probably have internet. So we have to look at all of these things. So basically, you want to have a game plan before you move. You still have to buy groceries if you do not get food stamps. So the main part is make sure you can afford your cost of living. Let's move on to number 2. You want to pick up a second job. You want that job before you even step foot in your new home. I ain't say you have to have the first paycheck now to provide. And that second job, you want to have money left what you can save or put up or do extra stuff with. Number 3, let's talk about saving. Don't start off with $20. If all you have left is $20, then you gotta calculate gas too. So let's not forget about the gas in the car. I'm telling you from experience because eventually you're gonna go with it. Start with 50. I can't stress this enough. We're talking about you stepping out into these waters, okay? If a tire bus is normally like $40 to $50, let's just say you have a standard car that the tires are, normal for them to have or whatever. You can't get no tire with $20. The most you can do is eat, okay? You can't even get a hotel with $20. You want to start with $50 and keep putting $50 in. When you first get paid, that $50 is gonna turn into $100, then it's gonna turn to $150, then it's gonna turn to $200. I had like 500 or more dollars saved up. That's gonna come from me putting in $50 every time I got paid. Okay, I was getting paid at the time like $500 a week. That came from me putting up $50 every time I got paid. We didn't have any money. I was out of a job for 2 weeks. Crying, did not know what I was going to do. My whole world had caved because I had no money coming in. How am I supposed to take care of my child? How am I supposed to pay these bills? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to survive? I only survived though for $500 for 2 weeks. What if I did not put up that money and have it? I would have been asked out of luck. Okay. So basically, start with $50 and you never know when a rainy day is coming. Keep money to the side. You have to make sure yourself is straight at the end of the day because you are your only backup plan. And you have to move with that. Game plan, more than one income, and save. 4, you can start out with a based on income apartment little backstory. Okay, I'm always giving backstory because I go through things and I experience it, and I want to make sure others do not experience the same thing that I go through. But if you like me, you're gonna bump your head. You gotta experience it for yourself, and that's fine. Just don't bump it too many times. God came through as He always do, right on time, and I had applied for it based on income apartment when I was pregnant with my child, and they called me when she was almost 1 years old. I moved in by December. I was starting completely over. Me and my child, nice 2 bedroom, just big enough for me and mine. Okay, I started there. I got my life together. I did not have a job. I was blessed with a job before I got there. Let's keep in mind though. And I had another source of income. At that apartment, I was able to save, find a good job, and making way more at that house because I was able to get me together. And sometimes it takes starting over completely to get to where you need to be for you. And that just hit home. So let me keep it raw and authentic. You want you together before you step out into those waters. I was able to go to school. I was able to get trades, job enforcement things or wherever, become a certified medical assistant. I was able to do everything that I needed to do. Get you together and make sure you got you at all times because you are your only backup plan, and especially if you have a child. I thank y'all for listening to my diary of how I moved out between the age of 18 and my early 20s. And it's never too late to start. But as individuals, we have to get it together.